1875.
Basada precisamente en la obra literaria de Romeo y Julieta, del escritor famoso William Shakespeare.
And it precisely, the name of the brand precisely comes from the name of Romeo and Juliet, the famous work by William Shakespeare.
Y bueno, en su visita acá a Cuba, o sea, a La Habana, en 1946, Winston Churchill fue un gran fumador de esta marca.
In 1946, when Winston Churchill visited Havana, he discovered a big liking for this brand. He became a fan of the Romeo and Juliet brand.
Por eso una de sus pistolas precisamente lleva su nombre, Churchill.
He became such a big fan that actually one of the formats in which Romeo and Juliet manufactures their cigars is called the Churchill.
Este habano está confeccionado totalmente a mano,
This Habano, this cigar, is entirely made by hand.
de hojas muy seleccionadas de una de las mejores regiones de acá de Cuba, de Pinar del Río, precisamente de Vuelta Abajo.
The leaves that are used in its making are hand-picked very, very carefully, and most of them come from the region of Pinar del Rio, which is the westernmost side of Cuba, and in Pinar del Rio, precisely from Vuelta Abajo.
Y bueno, es un habano de un territorio de sabor medio,
This Habano has a medium flavor.
para un tiempo de fumar de media hora.
It usually lasts about 30 minutes.
Y bueno, siempre que tengamos un habano en mano es muy importante ver su coloración.
Every time that we have an Habano in our hands, it's very important to take a look at the color, also to take a look and to feel the texture of it,
Aroma,
to feel its aroma.
y bueno, ya a la hora de fumar en boca, el sabor, o sea, cómo se comporta su combustión.
And once we are smoking it, it's very important to appreciate the flavor of it, the taste of it, and also the way in which the combustion goes.
La ceniza siempre va a ser como un indicador en un habano de calidad, de una buena calidad en el habano.
And talking about the combustion, in the case of the ash of the Habanos, this is not the kind of ash that you want to just put away. The ash is actually an indication of how well the Habano is made. So the better made it is, the longer the ash is going to hold on the cigar.
Por eso es importante disfrutar de su ceniza. No es como el cigarrillo que vamos, o sea, deshaciéndonos de la ceniza. Igual cuando terminemos de fumar, nunca se debe realizar esta operación, sino dejar descansar el habano con distinción, con elegancia.
So that's why it's very important to let it burn, and as we let it burn, to let the ash sit there until the ash falls naturally, until it falls on its own. Usually after the burning of the first third, the ash will fall on its own. There have been even Guinness records of the longest ash when it comes to an Habano. And also it's very important to remember, not when we're done with the cigar, when we're ready to stop smoking it, we are not supposed to put it out by smashing it, by hitting it against the walls of the ashtray. We are supposed to just put it on the side of the ashtray and let it die with distinction, with elegance.
Y bueno, uno de los pasos muy importantes a la hora ya del encendido para fumar el habano es el corte que se le debe realizar al habano.
One of the important steps to take once you're going to start smoking your cigar is the cut with the guillotine.
En sus mesas tienen la guillotina.
You have the cutters, the guillotines on your tables.
Si necesitan alguna ayuda,
If you need assistance from anybody, the waiters can help you in cutting your cigars.
El corte es 2 o 3 milímetros por encima del capote.
So
Y en
let's
esta
do the
zona
cut now, and let's do it about 2
o 3
You want to
milímetros.
share
2 or
one?
3 millimeters
Wanna share one?
under the top of it. So look at the part that is perfectly sealed that we call the cap.
En esta demostración más que les voy a realizar.
You can see on the screen a demonstration of how that cut should be done, but she's going to demonstrate it also right here.
Si todos ya han realizado su corte, pues podemos pasar a lo que es el encendido del habano.
So if everybody has done already their cuts, then we can move on to the next step, which is lighting the Habano, lighting the cigar.
El habano se puede encender con fósforos de madera, con fosforeras especializadas de gas metano o precisamente con el cedrillo como lo vamos a realizar hoy.
There are different ways to light the cigar. It's possible to light it with a special lighter that it uses the gas butane. There's also the possibility to light it with matches made with cedar wood, or made with any kind of wood really, but the cedar wood is the one that goes better with it, or to do the lighting as we're going to do it today, with little cedar sticks that we have also on the tables, which is the most traditional way.
Son los que se deben utilizar para el encendido porque no transmiten ningún aroma a la habano y podemos conservar el aroma natural de la habano.
The reasons why we use these three different ways of lighting the cigar is because in neither of them do you pass any extra aromas or flavors to the cigar, so it keeps it uncorrupted.
Pues vamos todos con el uso de la vela a encender el cerillo.
So now, with the candles that you have in the tables, you can use the cigar sticks and light them.
Si necesitan ayuda, pues
If you need assistance, remember that our waiting staff is ready to help you.
vamos a mantener un ángulo de 45 grados.
Once we have the stick lit, we're going to have a 45 degrees angle,
Con estos pequeños giros vamos a ir encendiendo
and
todo
we're
el
going to start
centro.
turning the cigar around the flame. So we're going to take it to the flame and we're going to start turning it so that it lights evenly.
Siempre recordar que nunca se absorbe el humo de la habano.
It's very important to remember that once you start smoking it, you never inhale. You're not supposed to inhale the smoke of the cigar. You're supposed to bring it into your mouth, flavor it, and then slowly release it. Slowly let it out. If you inhale it, sometimes the feeling can be that of being a little bit dizzy or a little bit drunk. That's the feeling that it gives.
Pueden ir encendiendo.
You can start lighting your cigars. She's inviting you to start lighting it. If you